What is happening, guys? Welcome back to the vlog. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, go subscribe and let me know what you think. So today, CrossFit game starts today. So in this video, we're going to be talking about predictions, cuts, all the changes, what we think, maybe even throwing some memes, having a laugh, and then we're going to be looking at the results of event 1 and 2. Inshallah. First things first. First thing changes is national champions. So we've got everyone from every country representing. Do you even know who's representing Samoa?
Honestly, I think it's Dan ranking.
And he might be ranking quite high. What I like about this change is that we're gonna have someone representing every single country, which is nice. But I don't think the standard is the same in all the countries. What are you trying to say, huh?
It's gonna be a bloodbath.
Yeah. So it's nice that every single country gets someone to represent them. So that's the one big change with everything. With the result of that, we've got cuts and different scoring system. It starts with 150 athletes for men, 148 and 134 for women. This gets cut down to 75 after event 1. Hopefully it looks like this. No, hopefully it doesn't look like that, but that's what's gonna probably happen. My thoughts, I think it's gonna suck for some people going all that way, spending all that money, who don't earn a lot of money, boom, cut, but they have made that decision to accept and go.
Yep. Sorry.
They get to go to CrossFit Games, they get free tickets to basically the games to watch.
Free Reebok gear.
Free Reebok gear. And they get to experience the whole event, and they only have to do one event.
It's true.
Basically, if you're a big drinker, just turn up for your pre-workout, have a margarita, and if you know you're cut, you're drinking that margarita while running or whatever you're doing.
Make use of that visa, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. It's unfortunate some guys didn't make it due to their visa. Russian guy, what's his name? So Krennikov is one of the best athletes in the world, in my opinion, hasn't made it again. It's unfortunate. First time, everyone's probably speculating maybe he was taken like the other Russian guy, couldn't go for whatever reason, and made an excuse. But it's 2 years in a row now. So it is unfortunate. We're not going to see him, but we don't know what's going to happen. How the scores go. At the beginning of the 150 athletes, obviously you only get scored up to 75, that's where it's cut. But later on, you go to 10 athletes. So it goes 150, 75, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10 athletes. That's how the cuts will go. Then, if you make it into the top 10 when there's 10 athletes, obviously you're going to be in the top 10. But, oh man, look, I made top 10 in this workout. And there was 10 participants. Mum, I came 10th. How many were competing? 10. When it gets cut down to 10, 10th place gets 10 points. And first place gets 100. We were just saying like previously how that can make a big difference on the leaderboard if there's like 4 events. For example, Matt Fraser, can he win again? We're going to talk about what we think prediction wise later on, but that's going to F everything up. If you have one bad event, that's really going to affect you, but if you have one good event, it's going to benefit you. The scoring system is going to be very similar all the way until maybe the top 40 or 30. Then when the cuts are made from 30, 20, 10, that's when the scoring system makes a big hit. So we're gonna see, we don't know how many events they're gonna be, nothing's been announced. Later on in the video, there's gonna be the events 1 and 2, because Dave Castro is not giving us anything, and it's the day of competition. Quickly, teams is very similar. 14 teams, it gets cut to 11, 9, 7, 5, which is not too bad cuts-wise. You know, you just gotta make sure you're doing decent. Same thing, points really messes you up. One thing I think is really stupid, I don't know when they cut the teams, but you get points for coming 14th, then they make the cut to 11. So I don't understand why you get points if you're gonna get cut. But anyway, well done, you got 9 points on the board, but you're gonna get cut out.
Hey, here's your points, door's right there, there you go.
Imagine. Last year, Matt Fraser won by 200 points, smashing it. Women, Tia Claire Toomey with the biggest points margin. Last year, obviously very different, but first time at the new event, new venue, very different. Most and there was a lot of variation, such good tests. Patrick Vellner could have kept it a little bit closer if he didn't mess up two big events. Brian makes a very good point that he's very good at getting over adversity. That's why he's so strong. But then taking a 37th in the bike where he probably could have came maybe top 15. Don't know for sure, but 15 or more made a difference. But I still think Matt would have won. Predictions. What are your predictions, men-wise, top 5?
It's so hard to predict. It was hard to predict even in the years before.
Man, who would have thought Hogberg would have made 3rd?
Right, but I think what it even comes down to more, the points are so, it's tough to predict with the points because everything is so, like you look at the guy that took first the past 3 years, right? You look this year, maybe possibly the last 3 events are gonna be, 10-point differences. So somebody could easily make up points if there's a workout that Matt's not so great at, which, let's be real, is not likely, depending on what the workouts are. It's tough. I think with that point scoring, it's really, really hard to predict this year on what could happen.
No, it's true, and I think the hardest thing is that when we say previous years, Matt Fraser doing crap comes 10th. But he cannot come 10th when he's cut to 10 guys. He gets no points. Or 10 points. My predictions is going to be Matt Fraser, Patrick Vellner, and Bjorkman Carl Goodmanson top 3. Reason why? Goodmanson's been in the top 5 2 years in a row, podium. He's always pushing, and he's made not a couple of mistakes, but his inconsistency in his performances. So I think he can push for that podium again. But I also think he's going to battle out Brett Fikowski and Jacob Heppner. That is my top 5. I don't know where Brett and Heppner will be, but I think it'll be in their top.
My top 3, if I had to choose right now, would be Matt Fraser, Pat Vellner, Jacob Heppner taking 3rd, and then the professor, Brett Fikowski, and I'm honestly for 5th, probably Goodmanson as well.
Mikey?
So I'm thinking same.
Yeah, good talk, Mikey.
Fraser being first, obviously. Vellner second, and then Heppner third, and then Goodmanson going fourth. But I was kind of hoping, I'm kind of hoping that the biggest of all biggest boys, Cody Anderson.
Yeah, women predictions for me. I'm gonna go out there and say I don't think Tia's gonna win. Either Laura Horvath, I think she's actually gonna do it because she has potential. I really, really want Sarah to win, but I think she's a typical Noah Olsen. Noah Olsen and Sarah just like, there's something about their mental game where they fuck with their own head and don't make it. And they fuck themselves up. Anyway, tell you what, I think it's gonna go Katrin Dabber's daughter, Tia Clara Toomey, Laura Horvath. And if Sarah does what I want her to do, if Sarah does what she's told. If Sarah can do her job, I think it will go Katrin, Sarah, Tia.
Tia, Sarah, Annie, Laura's daughter, take 3rd, 4th, maybe Katrin, and then 5th, maybe Danny Spiegel or something.
Mikey?
I think Liam might become the fittest woman on earth this year. We'll see.
He's definitely qualified.
No.
I have the assets.
I would say Tia, Sigmund's daughter. Honestly, I'm kind of a big fan of Thor's daughter. Hobarth. I honestly don't know if that.
It's gonna be hard.
Yeah. For Masters Women, 45 to 49 age category. Huge shout out to Cheryl Brost. I think this is her 9th time going to the game, so if you do well, Auntie, representing Hawaii. Alright, sweet. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's fucking legit. These are our predictions. These are the thoughts of the CrossFit Games. Big review. Everything that's changing. Super excited this weekend. This is event 1 and 2. At the end of the day, we are just going to do a quick review to sum up the video of day number 1. We've had event 1 and event 2. Event number 1 with a run, rope climb and snatch. Then event number 2 with a row, kettlebell push press and a handstand walk. So I think these events were really good because they had a bit of cardio. One had a skilled barbell and both of them had skilled gymnastics. So it was very nice to see a classic CrossFit style at the beginning of the games. First of all, the women, obviously Tia took first place in the first event, expecting her to dominate throughout the competition, but didn't do as well in event 2, and she's not on top of the leaderboard on day number 1, is Kerry Pearce, taking a 2nd and a 3rd, very consistent. Then with Annie Forresdottir, then Tia Clara Toomey. Don't worry, there's only like less than 20 points between the two, so obviously Tia can fight back in the predictions on the podium. My predictions of Katrin is not going as planned, as she is sitting in 12th. I am also a huge fan of Jamie Green, who is doing pretty awesome. She's currently in the top 10 when she hasn't had a event in her wheelhouse. So top 5 at the moment: Kerry Pearce, Annie Forresdottir, Tia Clara Toomey, Kristen Holte, and Brooke Wells. That is your top 5 women after day number 1 of competition. The men, obviously Matt Fraser dominating as always. No one has ever won 2 events back to back at the beginning of the CrossFit Games, and Fraser has done it, showing his dominant performance once again. Currently the leaderboard is still refreshing. I've tried it so many times, so currently don't know the top athletes, but very good performances from people like Ben Smith, Scott Panchik. Scott Panchik with a 3rd and a 6th, putting him up in a very good contention at the beginning, as well as Ben Smith with an 8th and a 5th, very much earning his invitation wildcard. Obviously, he's the next champion. Anyway, 2 big cuts already from the men's competition. We've got Street Horner and Tim Poulsen. 2 very big athletes, ex-Games athletes, being cut. This was after 1 event. Tim Poulsen finished 107th, which is appalling. Cut straight away from the competition. Also, a young athlete, Street Horner, got cut. He was sitting 87th, cutting from the event after 1 event. So these cuts have been pretty brutal. Seeing some big athletes out straight away from competition. So it's gonna be good to see how these cuts lay out. I'm gonna be honest with you, it is very late and I'm gonna go to sleep, but tomorrow we're gonna be talking about the cut, the update, day number 2 of competition, and going from there. Guys, I hope you liked the video. Smash that like button, subscribe. Until next time, peace. See you tomorrow.